Beneath the beauty of this city, there's also pain, because like so many parts of the UK, a shocking number of people here die by suicide.
The River Foyle, which runs around this city, is deceptively dangerous, and sadly, the river and the bridges which span it have been used by many people as a way to end their lives.
As a community reaction to these tragedies, for the past 20 years, the volunteers of Foyle Search and Rescue have been on the front line in the fight to prevent death by suicide.
Joanne, why do you do what you do?
The reason I got involved at the beginning was because my husband and I stopped with a man on the bridge who was contemplating taking his life. And we stopped and we stayed with him and we talked to him until the police came and help arrived. It can be absolutely anyone, any age, male, female, any background. There's no single common denominator other than that they are ill and they are unwell and they want to end their life.
I'm talking to you here on a Saturday night. Will this be a particular night that you guys will expect to be called out?
We run a duty night, a Thursday, Friday and Saturday night, and we go out on duty from 10 o'clock to just after 3 in the morning. And the reason we pick Thursday, Friday and Saturday night is that is the nights that people go out to socialise. And sometimes if people are going out in the wrong frame of mind and they get some alcohol and that fuels maybe something that's going on in their own head, because of that then negative feelings creep in. For me, I just want to come and help people and offer something back to the community. And that gives me a good feeling as well to help other people. One night where me and a colleague were in the boat and a girl went off the top deck of Craigavon Bridge, and we managed to get a hold of her to get her out, but I literally had to lie on top of the girl to keep her from going back into the water. She did not want to be saved, and it was basically how dare I infringe on her rights to do what she wanted. And in the process going down the river in the boat, she calmed somewhat and began to cry, and she opened up slightly with me on the boat, and she turned around just and said, "Thank you for giving me a second chance." The people that we deal with, sometimes it really opens their eyes up to say, here, look, there is people here that cares, albeit that they're in a very dark place at the time.
Sadly, not all can be rescued.
Basically what I do, if we'd make a recovery into myself, subconsciously I would say a prayer for that person we take out of the water. And that probably comes down to my faith and greater things beyond here. And for me it's an essential. It's not something I've ever shared with anybody before, but I just feel it's important.
I do have faith, I do believe in God. There is a comfort in knowing that He is out there. Yes, it's difficult at times not to question why He allows things such as suicide to happen, but you still have to believe.
Tiny strands of starlight pierce the darkness. Here and there a flicker comes and goes, and underneath this wonder I am feeling so secure, and I'm not afraid to feel the cold wind blow. me since you came into my heart. And I believe that someday we'll meet beyond the stars. But till that day, I'll know when we're apart that you are there, even though I cannot see you. You are there, though sometimes I cannot hear you. And I'll never be alone, for you won't leave me. So I'll just sit here in the safety of your love. I'll just rest here in the safety of your love. Ooh.
Back in 1748, a cargo ship called the Greyhound was making its way from Africa to England when it was caught in a fierce storm just off the Irish coast. On board was a slave trader, John Newton, by his own admission, a blasphemous rogue. Convinced that he was about to die, the non-believer called out to God for help. The storm abated and the crew spotted land. They made it safely to the shore, just along the coast in County Donegal.
That close brush with death was a turning point in Newton's life. While his ship was being repaired, Newton in his diaries comments that he came to a church in Derry, where he gave thanks to the God who hears and answers prayers.
Some years later, Newton was ordained a clergyman, and he became a mentor to William Wilberforce in his fight to introduce anti-slavery legislation.
To illustrate his sermons, Newton wrote hymns, his most famous work inspired by his first encounter with his God.